Hi guys, so after Arena, a lot of you requested I should showcase my cores, talents, and deep talents. My build, my fighter class build. Although I did show some of it at the end of that Arena video. In case you haven't seen the video, I'll leave a link in the comment section of this video. You can check it out. That will teach you how to use the fighter class in 1v1s. So in this video, I'll be showing those things that I forgot to show, and maybe just a quick summary about how to use the fighter class, how I use the fighter class. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. Alright, so first things first is my stats. This is my stats. Most physical class players have more defenses than I currently do right now. You can see my build is mainly focused on DPS because I mainly use the Reaper, and I don't really care much for the defenses as a Reaper because I can just undo the damage. That was before the illusionist came. Right now right now every class needs defense, honestly. Even a Reaper needs defense. So just get your defenses. If you plan to main, that's use the fighter class fully as your main class for 1v1s, for arenas and stuff, then you want to have a higher defense than I do have right now. Okay, so to get this, I'll suggest you put at least a good quality physical or magic defense in all your gear stats. If you can check my gear stats, I don't really have any of that. You can see I have fire attack, multi-strike, physical attack, strength, attack power, dex. I just tried to get the good stats I needed, and because I was mainly using Soul Dancer as well, I used the Soul Dancer, I used the Assassin, heck, I use all classes except the Blade Master. So you can see most of my gears have CDR, but depending on your class, you can decide to forego a certain stat. Let's say you use the Reaper. You do not need CDR as a Reaper. You do not need CDR at all as a Reaper. Trust me, you can forego CDR. So instead of CDR being in these stats, you can put other useful things there. You can even put defenses there. Now at these higher stages of the game, from the level 130s upwards, I think, but I'm sure about level 140s, you do need Constitution. Where is it? Con. Yes, a very good quality con. Con increases your HP, increases your physical and magic defenses. So you need it. It is very important for you, especially if you want to play the fighter class. Then you will want to have Constitution with you. This will help you survive longer. And trust me, I'm believing I will actually start using it as well. So for the stats, physical attack, your defenses, you should put Constitution, put physical defense or magic defense, whichever of these you can get good quality, put them on. Definitely you want to have more penetration and critical, because the fighter is based on these two things. The multi-strike doesn't really proc much for the fighter. It does proc, but not as much as it does for the Soul Dancer or the Reaper. Honestly, I think it procs more for these other classes than for the fighter class. Then CDR is quite important for the fighter as well. It's not too crazy. Don't go too crazy in it. If you are free to play, don't go too crazy in it. I personally am thinking of reducing my CDR because I want to start maining Reaper again. So that'll be it for the stats. Then definitely you want to have your fire attack as high as you can. The other defenses, the elemental defenses, I won't suggest you put them up, but depending on the class you have a weakness against, or you feel like you are not that good against, you can put the elemental defenses for that class. An example will be the illusionist. The illusionist is everybody's enemy right now. Everybody hates facing that class, honestly. So wind defense will be quite helpful for you as a fighter. In case they cage you and stuff, it can help you survive a little longer. So that'll be it for the stats. And for my cores, which is something that was also requested, when I was level 90s, I believe, or was it level 80s, and I was using the fighter class at that stage, the Phantom Sound hasn't been released, the Puppeteer hadn't been released. I figured Earth Defense was quite useful then. I usually put 9 fire, 5 water, and 2 earth. That was my build. But after the level 90s, those two additions of earth to your defenses are not really useful. so I won't suggest you add that. If you want to have earth, then you want to remove the 5 water and put 5 earth, then probably 2 wind or 2 water. But for that particular video, that arena, and for almost all my other arenas, if not all of them, this is the core I use. I use 9 fire, 5 water, and 2 wind. I believe it's a balanced build because it increases your attack properly. It gives you CDR for most classes that needs it, and if you feel CDR is useful, just know that the gem of water, that insight, also increases your armor penetration, and armor penetration is something needed by every class. So without armor penetration, you won't be able to deal as much damage. So it is quite useful. Then the gem of wind, which is wind, I have 2 of it, which increase my dexterity, that's multi-strike and critical. This is quite useful as well. And that will be it for the cores. Now for the build, I have shown the deep talents for this fighter and robotics. I have shown them before in a previous video. I made a guide for fighter class. You can check that out if you want to learn more about this. I don't want this video to be too long, so I won't go into that. I will go into the build I used for arena, which is this, the hybrid. It is quite similar to the robotics. You could see they are almost the same, but the deep talents are quite different. Trust me about that. The deep talents are quite different. So for this build, you have your S level synchronize, your A level nano repair, B level talent snow silence, and your C level talent flurry combo. Let's go about this. Let's explain this in detail. Synchronize helps you charge your robot faster. That's just what it is. You gain 1% charge time, that's this thing over here, per second. It might seem irrelevant, but it does make a whole lot of difference. And you see, just from that one skill, I've already started charging. And thanks to that synchronized talent, you can get your mecha state within, I believe, 8 to 9 seconds of you just punch and kick punch. You can get your mecha mode. Here's a quick demonstration. You see, I'm already out halfway there, and there it is. I can already go into my mecha. So thanks to synchronize, that's the S level talent I use. I believe that whatever you're doing, synchronize should always be there at the S level talent. Then for the A level talent, nano repair. Honestly, you can switch this to globe. I do use globe when I'm in PvE. I use globe, and sometimes I also use globe at some PvPs, but I believe it's best for nano repair in PvP, mainly because I am free to play and honestly, I don't believe my fighter state can do as much damage as my robot, especially on the whales. No offense, but I just think it is what it is. Then snow silence, this helps me deal more damage. The more health my robot has, the more damage I deal. The less health it has, the less damage it receives. So honestly, it's all round. I believe this is perfect, but you can switch this to conflagration if you believe you want to deal more damage with your physical state. Again, this is all about preference. If you favor your physical state more, then you can change this to conflagration and your A talent to globe, and you can go like this. If you think you want to be more of a hybrid, then you can change configuration back to snow silence. This way, with the B level talent snow silence, you'll be dealing more damage in your robot state, and with the A level talent globe, you'll be dealing more damage in your fighter state. You can use this build for PvE, for PvP. You can use this build, but for me, I use this as well, although I switch my globe once in a while. Now for the second most important talent in this build is the C level talent. Funny enough, the C level talent flurry combo. This makes a whole lot of difference. I know most will be thinking, why not final? But at final, your damage stays tactic. You can see it just increases everyone by 25%. But flurry combo, it increases your damage the more combo you make. Alright, so now let's check out my physical attack. I have 435 physical attack, right? So now we will only perform a combo of punch and kick punch. Those are the two combos I will suggest for you. Only include one kick in your combos, because the animation for kicking is a lot slower than the animation for punching. You see? So if you try to do the kick combo, you're actually going to waste time, a lot more time, and compared to the punching combo. And honestly, when your opponent dashes, the kicking barely follows the opponent because the kicking works more on close range. But if you use the punching, your punching can chase your opponents no matter how far they go from you. Your punching can just keep on tailing them. So I would advise you guys to practice more with the punching combos. Now let's check out my attack. My attack is 435,000. Now we're going to use the punching combo that I've mentioned, the punch 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 and the punch kick punch, or whatever, just one kick. So let's do this. Punch punch punch, kick punch punch. Thanks to flurry combo, our attack has been increased to 522,000, and that will stay for, I believe, 5 seconds or 6 seconds. So as long as you keep the combo going, you have punch punch punch, kick punch punch, slide punch, kick punch punch. Just keep it going, and you can see it's already 565,000. That's already more than 100,000 increase to my attack. Alright, so that's the point and the purpose of flurry combo. But know that that doesn't work when you use Vajra power. I don't think it works. Let's test it out. Punch punch punch, kick punch punch, kick kick kick. Yeah, it doesn't really work. You can see it's only the kick 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 that actually worked for me. The other lightning punches, it doesn't really work with it. So take note of that, guys. And finally, let's go to the deep talents of the class. We have this at the left, steel punch. Now this is the most important talent here. I believe one of the most important. It actually helps you recover 7.5% of your HP every time you enter your mecha state, and it's one of the most broken talents in this at this stage of the game right now, honestly, because the honestly it makes the fighter class seem OP. Now at this part of the talents, I think I want to go for this to reduce the opponent's defenses, and maybe this to increase the mecha HP after it revives by 10%. So this will work perfectly well with nano repair, but I do not have enough talent points and I want to be sure about the right one to get. So if you are not up to level 140s yet, I would advise, if you can actually just get up to this point, it will be very helpful for you. This can make a whole lot of difference. Now for the midpoint, you don't go too much into all this and you get this. This is perfect for those using combo, flurry combo. That's the C-level talent. If you are using this C-level talent, flurry combo, then I'll suggest you get this. It helps the boost. It helps with the boost. And then for the left side, you go for all this and stop there. The other ones aren't really useful. They are mainly for stun based stuff. Now for the far left part, remember I said the kicks aren't that good for the combos, so I'm not really going to focus on any of the kicks here. I didn't add anything to the kicking combo, although it might have been good or might help me if I add to this, but again, we are trying to manage our talent points, so no kicking whatever for us, none of all this. Okay, we're just going to go for our punches. So we're going to increase all this and just keep going with all this. Don't get this isn't that useful. Original ignition point, it's not really useful, so forget it. Just get all this. This mid part is one of the most important. It will help you with the dodges, and trust me, the dodges are very, very needed for the fighter class. And that'll be it for the deep talent for this build. For the level 140s, I personally like this one. I think I've explained this before. I like this one for the fighter class, but I don't know, I might still go for this if I feel I should try to be more tanky. But honestly, I'm thinking I want to go for this so I can just deal more damage with my robot against players. So that'll be it for this build. Now for the EX, I'll suggest you use Onikatsu, and then you have Royal Fire. This is the best EX for you. You should get your Royal Fire max. You see mine is already max. It has the 20% damage reduction, 10% opponent's damage reduction, and everything. It's insanely good. It has the Scorch within it as well. So instead of using Minefield that deals a burst damage and increases magic damage, not physical damage, magic damage dealt within the range, which is honestly useless for the fighter class, I'll suggest you go for Royal Fire. Royal Fire is more I think it's better for the fighter class than Onikatsu as well. And what else? I believe the drags. These are the drags I used. Nothing really special here. So, oh yeah, the clothing drags. I'll suggest you guys go if you don't have a red. That's sorry, an orange or gold drag. If you don't have an orange or gold drag, that's better. I'll suggest you get Unbreakable Will. This will help you prevent being stunned a lot. Like, this will keep you from being stunned a lot. It's super useful. With the increase in super armor duration, it can be a lifesaver. And for the allies, I actually used the damage increasing ally. That's my favorite, College Airy. You guys already know her, or you should already know her by now if you've checked out my other guide videos and stuff. She increases your damage dealt by 2%, so she is my main ally. And these are my other allies. Nothing really special here. I haven't even unlocked the 6th ally slot, so yeah. And that'll be it for this showcase. I hope this has helped you guys. Please try and remember these little tips of mine. I think they will help you a lot. Remember, increase your attack. Your defenses should be high up there. Your armor penetration should be high as possible. The elemental defenses aren't that useful except if you have a certain class you feel gives you too much trouble, like the illusionist again. Then for your combos, punch, 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 kick, punch, punch. Just add one kick in all your combos and keep your flurry combo going, and your attack will keep on going higher and higher. Then for the combat settings, oh yes, I almost forgot that. Most people use this first skill down here. That's this one that does the, yeah, that. But I, on the other hand, I use this second one that gives me the shield. Now, normally, if you haven't unlocked a deep talent for it, this shield will only be for the robot. You see, it destroys after a couple seconds and deals an insane amount of damage to anyone close by. So I use that to keep me alive as well, and to keep my robot healthy so it can have a lot of health to, you know, deal a lot more damage, to stay longer on the field. Now, I use that most times because I have this deep talent, Sharing Force Field. This gives me 50% of the shield that my robot gets from that skill. Now let's check out how much health, how much shield my robot gets. Yes, my robot gets 2.4 million damage worth of shield at this stage with my this is based on your rating. Honestly, this is based on your rating. So with my rating, it gains this 2.4 million shield. Now I get 50% of this. That means I get protection from 1.2 million worth of damage. It's not that much, but hey, it's something. It's something. And when it breaks, it deals damage. This counts for both my own shield and the robot's own shield. So together, this can deal as high as 900,000 damage to the opponent. It's something again. Then other times I use cross impact, which helps with the charging time when I want to get into my robot mode as fast as possible. Hi Sam. So that'll be it for this video, guys. I hope this has helped you guys understood this class a lot more. And as always, please leave a like, leave a comment if you have something to say to contribute to this video, and I will make a video about any of your requests. If you have any, just drop them down. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.